And welcome to another edition of South Texas Crossfire. This is Attorney Joe Flores reminding you to join us each and every week right here on KTMV with the Lopez family and Don Humberto on Channel 6 and Time Warner in Corpus Christi. Thank you so much for everything you all do, and a special happy birthday to that granddaughter Allison who just celebrated her first birthday. And also don't forget their station Channel 21 K Alamo in San Antonio, Texas. We're on there twice a week also, can't get rid of us. And also in Laredo, KVTV CBS, right after CSI and right before Wheel of Fortune. Gabe Gonzalez out there and his right hand Jacob trying to make me look pretty, which is a real hard job. I have the intense pleasure of introducing one of my mentors, a former professor of mine, but also much more. He's made a private institution so much in a public way because of the countless victories, and we're going to be talking about them in advocacy of the law, brief writing, moot court, mock trial. I mean, we try to shoot all the trophies, we'd be here for an hour. But I welcome my mentor, a great person that has touched so many lawyers' lives, and in that extent, the legal community and also their clients. Welcome, T. Gerald Treece.
Well, thank you. I tell you what, that's a great introduction, and it seemed like just yesterday you were a student. And so many of the people that you're dealing with, so many lawyers in this town and down in the valley and in San Antonio are former students of mine, and I'm proud of all of you guys.
Well, I tell you, Dean, it's a pleasure to have you on here, and I also was asking you about your service in Vietnam, and thank you for serving, especially now when all those men and women are out there risking their lives and protecting our freedom out there in the Middle East. And may they come home soon. But I understand that you went to law school after your service in the military.
That's right. In those days, things are a little bit different. There was something called the draft. And back in the 60s, all of us who were in law school or grad school, as soon as our deferment ran out, then we got inducted into the service. But I went into the Army, and I went to Vietnam. I was what was called an artillery forward observer. And when I got back, sometimes it seems like that whole phase of my life didn't even happen. And so many of the viewers probably have the same exact remembrance of Vietnam. It seems like maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But the reality of it is it did, and our government, the service that we give to our military and the support of our military is something that's very, very important to all of us.
It's absolutely, it dovetails into our whole system, and I know that you're a strong advocate for our Constitution, and also you taught torts.
That's right.
And what other, are you still teaching also?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
and let me put a plug in here, because everybody out there listening, there is no substitute, zero substitute for education. And if you're thinking about what you want to do with your life, and you haven't figured it out, well, keep studying. And I encourage you to continue setting your goals for being a lawyer. In a time when so many people are critical of lawyers, the legal profession solves many problems. It's the problem-fixing profession. And to the extent that you or your family, you don't even know any lawyers, one of the ways to solve that is come to law school. And South Texas College of Law here in Houston, Texas, could be a good friend of yours, because it's some things that we do. And one of the things that we do is we teach people how to go to the courtroom and how to represent positions, a plaintiff, a defendant, the state, the criminal defendant. That's a thrill that so many people don't even realize how important it would be to them, because they don't know they have that talent and that skill. So many of you who went to law school, I take pride in the fact that you all stand up every day and you stand in courtrooms and say, we're ready for the plaintiff, we're ready for the defendant, we're ready for the state of Texas, we're ready for the citizen accused. That's what we teach here at South Texas College of Law.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up. I tell you, one of the things that I know you've really encouraged us, I remember I didn't have the best grades that I wanted to have that second semester, so I took Dean Treece, little story aside, for torts, and I was sitting there at 9 o'clock in the morning, first day, little hangdog, you know, I thought, boy, I aced a bunch of exams and stuff. I learned different after that first semester. It takes a lot of work. But I remember you saying, you belong here. If you passed, you belong here. And those that didn't, well, maybe they belong here, but they just need to try harder.
That's right.
You know? And I remember it's that kind of, you know, when you have a teacher, when you have a mentor and someone that really pushes you hard, just like you've done, you excel. And that's evidenced by all of the trophies, all the shots that we got at the beginning of this program. I want people to know it's not just about plugging the school, which I always do. I'm very proud of it. I support this school because I think it's the #1 advocacy school in the nation, but it's also about educating people that lawyers do indeed, as Dean Treece has said, educate the client, they defend, they advocate, and so many times, many special interest groups have really gone hard on lawyers for their own agendas. And I'm here to say, whether you're a defense lawyer, a criminal lawyer, plaintiff lawyer, whatever you do, keep advocating and keep doing it. And that's why we're here today. And let me segue a little bit because of your intense passion for all of this and for the advocacy system. It all started with your classes of 80 and 81.
That's right.
And could you tell the people out there, the very special, this whole program is in honor of South Texas College of Law and T. Gerald Treece and Miss Divine, let's not forget her.
Never forget her.
That's right. The 100th national title. Now, is this the record breaker in the nation, Dean Treece?
It really is. And I appreciate the opportunity to talk about this. What advocacy competitions are is when South Texas College of Law, a group of students from this school, compete against law students from across the nation. We've been winning at this since 1981. In fact, we now, this past month, reached our 100th National Advocacy Championship. We've won the Association of the Bar of the City of New York 3 times, the ABA National Moot Court 16 times. We're the National Mock Trial Champions, reigning last year at the Atla Mock Trial. What we have done here is it's a program that teaches people how to present cases. And there's a certain pride that comes in representing South Texas College of Law. I tell our students, no matter what you do at a competition, your job is to represent the school and get the school's flag flying in that final round. And over the years, we've beaten certainly all the Texas schools, who are very good, by the way. Some of the better advocacy programs around are like the University of Texas at Austin and Baylor. They're very, very good. And they beat us at times. They don't beat us often, but they beat us sometimes. And the reason they're good is the same reasons we're good. They believe in their program, they believe in their students, and they also have an intense training program. You know, I've got like 30 former students who are adjunct professors, they're called coaches, who come back and help us in the preparation of each team for given competitions. And even though we're in the summer semester right now, in about 7 weeks, we'll be here in Houston at the State Bar of Texas competition, and held in conjunction with the State Bar Convention. And so there's always something. The advocacy program at South Texas never sleeps. And it's really fascinating to watch, be it the trial level, which is mock trial, or the appellate level, which is moot court. It's the ability of law students to work on real live issues before they really count, because no money's lost, no liberty is lost, no property changes hands. But it's the thrill of the excitement of the competition, the ability to put on your case and defend your case against a real adversary. It's something this school takes great pride in, and as the director of the advocacy programs, it's something I'm very proud of.